Hello everyone, today's construction day 163.
All right, so today we're at the owner of the subdivisions behind Kubo. Remember early on we used to do a lot of our updates here. Look behind us today. Look at that mountain right there. Got some coconut trees. Just solid jungle here to that mountain. Very few homes. Got a little dust, I think, in my lungs. Wilma's been walking through there, doing this and doing that. I've been telling her to stay out, so I said, you know what? We're gonna come down to the Baha'i Kubo, do our update here, and hang out down here today with the guys doing the palm sanding of that ceiling. It's just too much dust, and there's mass here for them to use, but they just don't want to use it. They want to use t-shirts, and then they dip it in water and get it pretty damp, and then they put that damp t-shirt around their mouth and their nose. That's how they want to do it. So the ceiling itself, all the cement boards up. Now they're just working on some palm sanding and doing some skim coating and things like that. I was up on the roof for a couple of hours this morning, right?
Yes, it was very hot.
It was hot up there today, and I put a lot of suntan lotion on because I knew it was going to be up on the roof. I really think that fascia is going to work just fine. I did shoot some video, and now we're working the side this afternoon, so I'll do a couple parts showing what we did. I think it's going to work out really well. Got some good response on aches and pains and not needing blood pressure medicine anymore, and then surprised quite a few comments and a couple emails on allergies. So can you get allergy medicine here? The answer is yes. All different types you can get. I happen to take Zyrtec. It's all over the counter, and it's important that it's available. So of course, bring some with you, but don't worry if you have allergies. You can just go to a pharmacy and just go to the the pharmacist and tell them what you want. And every time we've done that, they've had it in stock, right?
Plenty of stuff.
Yeah, plenty of stock.
Yes.
And it's not that expensive, about the same price as the U.S. One of the other things that I didn't mention yesterday is I do have pretty bad allergies. And I learned the hard way. My first 4 visits here, riding around in a scooter, I did not wear a mask. I never thought of wearing a mask. Now, this is before the pandemic, back 2004, 2007, 2010. And every time I visited here, and usually it was about 3 weeks, I'd always go home with a sinus infection. And really didn't know why. Thought maybe it could be dust, mold, maybe all the diesel fumes. Just didn't know. Just thought maybe it was the climate. But then when we moved here in 2021, it was mandatory to wear a mask while you're outdoors. And actually, they would write in Leyte 1,000 peso tickets for not wearing a mask.
Yes.
So you could be riding down your scooter with no helmet, flip-flops, no license, no registration, no problem. But if you didn't have a mask, they would pull you over and write you a 1,000 peso ticket. So, Wilma and I obviously wore masks, and guess what happened? I never got a sinus infection.
Yes.
And we were happy. I know I was.
You were happy.
Yeah, I mean,
it's miserable.
The doctor knew me by name.
Yes.
Because I would go see him, and he would remember me from trip to trip. Doctor in Palompo. And Dr. Howe.
Dr. Howe, yes.
Yeah, Dr. Howe, real nice guy. And didn't know what it was, and he told me he thought it was the diesel fumes or dust that was causing me trouble. So what I'm doing now is, masks are not mandatory anymore, thank God. But I wear a mask religiously while riding a scooter, and I've tested the theory a few times. I wear a mask, drive the scooter all day, at night, no problems. Then I'll say, okay, the next day I won't wear a mask. And that night, I'll have issues. Coughing, a little sore throat, scratchy throat, sneezing. So I've tested the theory. It's definitely the dust and the diesel fumes. So if you do have allergies, wear a mask. And I've been saying that to some foreigners that I've met here that just arrived. I told them, you know, it's not mandatory anymore, but I recommend that you wear a mask because I do. You'll never see me without a mask driving a scooter. And it's really helped a lot. So there's a little tip for you guys. So it's the end of the work week. It's a beautiful day today. It's hot, sunny, real nice views today of the jungle and the ocean as well. And we'll give you guys some good updates today.
Look who is on top of the roof. What are you doing there?
Fascia.
He's installing fascia with Janelle.
Yeah, I'm going through and I'm doing the drilling, and then Janelle goes in and does all the rivets.
And it's a very hot day.
Yeah,
I hope you put plenty of sunscreen.
I did. I put a lot on today.
That's good.
I put extra because I knew I was going to be up here. Actually, I'm pretty slippery with all the SPF 50 I have on.
All right, just let me know when you want your hot. It's
I'll get a few more hours and then I'll break for a hat break.
Okay, it's very hot, so just be careful.
Always.
Take care of him there, Janelle.
All right, so Janelle and I made real quick work of putting that fascia all the way across. So what I was trying to explain yesterday is the way this is designed, or the way I understand it to be designed. See, this is close to 2 inches, the rib. It's close to a 2-inch rise from the base. So when you span it across the top, it leaves this gap. So this gap I can put my whole hand in. So I'm going to say it's an inch and a half of a rise. Can you see it here? So I don't think that we're going to get so much water that the water is going to come and be able to jump over top of this rib. That's you know, it's got to be an inch and a half, inch and 3/4, something like that. I could be wrong, but I would imagine that this is enough of a running area to keep whatever rain falls in this channel, whatever rain falls in this channel, So the water now has still a place to go. So the water will run down here and just go out. And it's about, well, I could show with my fingers, it's about that far. So that's a solid 2 inches till it touches the vertical down fascia. So the water should be able to run through freely. Now this could get plugged up with debris and leaves and things like that all the way down. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on it to make sure this doesn't get plugged with sticks and debris. But long as this is free and clear, the rain should be able to this flow freely, and then it's hit the this side of the fascia and just divert the water straight down to that concrete drainage. I think this is a better design than having a gutter here, just because of the amount of water that's going to come down here. And you guys know I just dislike gutters. So that's the plan, and I'll show you how we're going to put the brackets up on the downward side. All right, so the last room of the house. This is office area. Cement board is up. It looks like they have the putty for the joints, and now they're starting the first layer of skim coat. So this is the last room in the house. All right, so I don't know how he takes this. We have masks on site, but he doesn't want to use them. He takes a t-shirt and dips it in water. And Wilma, you shouldn't be in there. And what they're doing is they're using the palm sanders now because they got the 2 coats up. And yeah, you need not to be in here. So of course she's getting floor cleaner, what else? But they're going through now and they're doing a palm sand, and it's creating a lot of dust. You want to know how much dust? Look at the floor. Boy, that's a lot of sweeping. And Wilma's not going to do that sweeping for sure. So we're going to be staying out of the house today for sure. All right, master bedroom, same thing. Using palm sander. So the 2 coats are on, and now they're going through and just making it nice and flat, ready for paint. And again, look at the dust. All right, so they're starting the overhang, so that's good news. So the 2-meter overhang, and they're starting here in the carport. 2 lights in the carport, so you can see measurement of 1 meter in, there'll be a light, and then 1 meter in from this side, there'll be a LED light. So this will illuminate the carport as I drive the truck up. So the good news is they're putting the cement board now in the overhang. Now here, as part of the house, there's going to be vents. So that's why the guys started over here, because there's no vent here in the carport. So these ceilings, or the roof, between the ceiling and the roof, needs air circulation. So my understanding with one conversation that I had with the contractor is that the vents are 48 inches long. Not sure how wide they are, but this room will get a 48-inch vent, and then you can see with the firewall with it going up 2 feet, and this is a wider span. This area will get 2 48-inch air vents to allow fresh air to go in and go to the back of the house. And then the spare area will get 1 48-inch vent. So the guys are waiting, my understanding, for the vents to get up here before they start putting the cement board up. Here in the dirty kitchen, you can see that it looks a lot better. Getting all that rebar that was sticking out. And then the concrete topping. The whole length of the back wall. Look how good it looks. So they're working on the very last piece now. But now it's all cleaned up and definitely looks better. Quick update for Wilma's walk-in closet. So now this has been sanded and it's ready for paint, and they're going to paint this early next week. Then we'll come in after that and touch up all these walls with that sand dune paint. This did get grouted today. So that's very good. So then I'm going to come in on Monday and I'll mop this floor a couple of times, and then I'll seal it. I'll go ahead and put a good heavy coat of seal on it. So once this all gets painted and sealed, we'll be ready to have Wilma's walk-in closet installed. Can't wait for that. That's going to be a great day. All right, so same thing in the master bathroom. The ceiling now has been completed with the skim coat, all sanded down. It's ready for paint. It needs to be grouted, but not yet. So what Ramel is doing is going around and cleaning the floor up a bit, because there was a lot of dust in here. So he's working on getting this clean and getting all these spots off. They clean up really easy. You can just see that? It's like joint compound, so it's really no big deal. I mean, it looks bad, but you just work it and within just a couple minutes, it just comes clean. So once this is clean, it's probably be done in 30 minutes. Then he's going to switch over to the spare bathroom, and he's going to do a quick clean up there, and then he's going to start grouting the walls in the spare bathroom first, and get all of that grouted, and of course the ceiling painted and grouted, and then last the floor, because we're actually going to hook up that spare bathroom first. And I guess we could call it practice. And then once we get over to this bathroom, we'll be experts. All right, take a look and see what Janelle and I was able to accomplish today. So this is all going to be done today. So 8-hour workday on Saturday. So we're knocking it out. It's going to look very similar to the fascia there. So I'm pretty confident. Now the only thing is this is longer than we need, and because of the brackets, see the rivets right there? Sun is really bright, so I don't even know if I'm pointing at it, but there's 3 rivets in this area. That's where the bracket ends. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure down. Again, I can't see my hand, but where my finger is right here, we're going to measure down 6 centimeters, and it's still very rigid there because it's still hitting the purlin. So we're going to cut this section off because it's, see this? We don't want it to make that noise. So we're just going to measure down to about here. I think it's 6 cm, and we're going to snap a line the whole, I think it's 19 meters. And we're going to just get a metal saw and just cut that. And what that's going to do is get rid of some of this material that really has no support. But it does have support here. Rock solid. So again, I don't know how good this video is, if I'm straight on or not. I don't know if I'm videoing over here and I'm pointing over here, not sure. But 6 cm down, and we're going to cut a line all the way across, and then we're going to count this project done. You guys been asking, especially Rory, asking about how Marcelo's doing. Take a look. He's walking with a cane, walking very straight, no longer a limp. He's been taking his medicine. That's great news. All right, here's the kids, 5 days old, boy and a girl. So they're really active for being just 5 days old. And mommy's protective of dogs. And Sandy, you can see Sandy's kind of a pain in the neck. I guess she wants to play with the baby goats. But when she comes in the general area, mommy gets real mad. But take a look. They're running around. They're jumping. They got this rock pile here to practice their skills. They're trying to get something to eat for mommy once in a while. And I was just up on the roof working on the fascia, and I could hear these guys making a lot of racket up here. So I figured I'd come up and do a quick video. Look at that face. And mommy's very gentle to me, and Wilma as well. I guess to all people. No problems petting her or petting the babies. But I wish I could get them on camera playing a little bit. They're bucking around and, you know, playing with each other. But just 5 days old. So I'm going to go try to find the other 2 that are just 3 days old. Alright, so I found the babies and mama. Now this is the first time I'm walking up to this goat, so I don't know how friendly she is, especially with her babies being right here. But these guys are just 3 days old. And let me try to pet her and see what happens. So she's okay. A little skittish, she doesn't know me. But definitely a different color. So there's the mommy color. You can see the different colors here. So they're walking around now. I haven't seen them jumping and playing. Maybe that's because they're a couple days less in age. But mommy's doing good, and babies are looking pretty good. Yeah, so mommy's a little protective, but not bad. But I'll get up here every day with them, and within a couple days they'll be used to me. Look at that face. Life in the Philippines.